Some of the most compelling documentaries are those that depict life for LGBT people in other countries. And one of those documentaries, screening at the film festival, is City of Borders, a film about the only gay bar in the city of Jerusalem by local filmmaker Yun Suh.
It's hard to imagine any sort of LGBT life in the Holy Land of Jerusalem where segregation, violence, and prejudice are the norm. In the underground sanctuary of Jerusalem's only gay bar called Shushan, City of Borders follows the intersecting lives of 5 bar regulars: Sa'ar, Budi, Adam, and lesbian couple Samira and Ravit, as they and other people of opposing nationalities and religious affiliations find acceptance and create a community among people typically viewed as each other's enemy.
There was that ultra-Orthodox guy that tried to stab 3 people in the parade.
הסכין פשוט עברה דרך היד ודקרה אותי, וזה יצר את החתכים פה ופה וכאן.
I don't have any Jewish roots, I don't have any Muslim roots, but actually my experience of growing up in South Korea, living in constant fear of invasion from North Korea, and also the Japanese colonization of South Korea actually allows me to understand the Israeli-Palestinian conflict in a very intimate level. And my experience of being an outsider from moving from South Korea to Connecticut, a white American suburb, without knowing a word of English, really kind of cemented in me the experience of being an outsider and not feeling like I belong. And the heart of the story of City of Borders is about our common need to be accepted and to belong. I call my film City of Borders rather than Jerusalem's Borders because every society deals with how do you coexist with people from different belief systems, different worldviews, and how can we do it without kind of fearing the other perspective or judging it.
I think that the fact that you hide your identity is horrifying. I mean, it's just like the Jews were hiding their identity in Europe. I mean, when you hide, something's wrong.
So City of Borders opens with a young Muslim Palestinian man, Budi, who crosses illegally from the West Bank town of Ramallah to Jerusalem because there's no public place for gay men to gather in the West Bank.
This wall is the wall between Palestine and Israel, or this wall was put only to protect Jerusalem from us.
And so I follow him through a field of barbed wires and him going over a stone wall and kind of metaphorically taking the audience through this journey over the borders to show what his journey is like compared to the Israeli young man from a settlement who cruises past a checkpoint and drives easily through to the streets of Israel to get to this bar. What I really wanted to capture in the film was to show the incredible courage that the young people had in order to continue to love and laugh in spite of all the hatred and the violence that surrounded them.
This demonstration is to show our anger. God does not like this. Even the animals don't go as low as homosexuals.
It was my responsibility. I can't leave them hanging out there, risking their lives to kind of be the voice for others. And so I thought it was very important to kind of be there in solidarity and, as Harvey Milk says, come out wherever you are, And the more people realize that your neighbor or your friend or your teacher is queer and that we're not any different from anybody else, the easier it will be for everybody else in the next generation to be able to be true to themselves.
After student riots of 1968 in France, Catherine, Yves, and Hervé start a utopian commune in the countryside. Natural childbirth in the commune begets a second generation that includes 2 gay sons who become members of the new sexual revolution. Né en Saison 8, born in 68 by the same filmmakers of Côte d'Azur, is a 40-year saga that celebrates the clashes between generations and the capacity of the love they share for one another that transcends time.
Tu sais, les temps ont changé. Non. C'est toi qui as vieilli, c'est tout. Je t'aime. Je suis très heureuse de devenir ta femme.
candidats au maire, la différence de maire.
Quand il est devant moi, je peux pas m'empêcher de me demander mais pourquoi Christophe?
Comment on en est arrivé là? Qu'est-ce qu'on a fait de mal?
Qu'est-ce que vous imaginez? Que vous aviez réussi à transformer en profondeur la société en pratiquant l'amour libre?
And finally, for you Asian film aficionados, director Kit Hung's debut feature, Soundless Wind Chime, is a poetic journey of a young Chinese immigrant in Hong Kong who goes to Switzerland to find the lost soul and past of his newly deceased Swiss boyfriend, and finds someone who looks like the dead boyfriend but has a totally different personality and haircut.
Will not be possible without the help of hundreds of volunteers who also get to see some of the screenings for free. Find out more about the 33rd San Francisco International LGBT Film Festival and volunteering at frameline.org. At the Castro Theater in San Francisco, this is Raymond Donald Hong for Outlook Video. Back to you, Roberta.
And I always have an enjoyable time at the San Francisco International LGBT Film Festival, Raymond. And that's a wrap for us at Outlook Video. Outlook Video is made possible by generous support from viewers such as you and our volunteers, who you'll see in the closing credits. And to reiterate, it will be lights out for Outlook Video in San Francisco at the end of this month. You can help keep Access SF Cable Channel 29 alive in San Francisco with your letters and phone calls. Find out more at accesssf.org/SOS Coalition. That's accesssf.org/SOS Coalition. We close with scenes from one of the films in the upcoming film festival, To Each Her Own, by director Heather Tobin. As always, thanks for watching us. This is Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg.
Checking out this fine young specimen of a woman right here, or are you staring at a fat, middle-aged, and obviously gay man? Juliet, she's ready for you.
Is she now?
Hey, I'm Casey. Do you have a minute? I was just about to go on my break.
Wait. I can drive you. We can go together.
No, I'm meeting Ann at 7. We're going out for a movie tonight. Girl talk. Don't wait out.
So this is it. I don't get to see you again. Normally I'd love such an easy out. Have sex and then not have to come with an excuse why I didn't call. 'Cause I deserve it, really. Karma. You'll meet another girl. I don't doubt I'll meet another girl. I just don't want to.